Hey everyone, this is Steve with PublishPress, and in this video I'm going to introduce the PublishPress Future plugin and show you how you can schedule changes to your WordPress content. In particular, I'm going to answer a user question. This user wanted to add an archives tag to their content after 3 months. Basically, this tag is for content older than 3 months. So 3 months after a post is published, this tag needs to be added. I have the PublishPress Future plugin installed on the site, and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to achieve this task. One is using Future Actions. This is the simplest and most straightforward option. And then I'm going to show you how to use action workflows, which are a little more advanced and give you more options. First, Future Actions. After you install the PublishPress Future plugin, you're going to get a Future Actions area in the quick edit area of each post. So you can enable this here, and you can decide to do various things. For example, you can decide to add extra categories, remove categories, delete the post, stick the post, unstick the post. There's a variety of choices. What we're dealing with is tags. So what we need to do is actually change this default setting from categories to tags. Let me show you how to do that. We'll go to Future, Future Actions, and here in the Posts area, we're going to choose Tags. So if I go back to the Posts area and the Quick Edit screen, I can now choose to add extra tags. I'm going to choose the archives tag, and I can choose the date. It's about June 26th at the moment. So, thinking ahead 3 months, I'm going to choose September 26th for the date of this. And in the right sidebar, in the right column here under Future Action, you can see what's going to happen. We are going to add extra tags on September 26th at 10 p.m. If you want to test this now, just to make sure that it's working correctly, it's working how you want, you can go to the Future screen and the Scheduled Actions area at the top, and you'll see that this task is set to run. It is scheduled, and it is scheduled for this post, and we're going to be adding the term archives. It's not repeating, it's only going to happen once, and this is exactly when it's going to happen. I can run this now to see if it's going to work. I don't have to wait till September to test it out and see if it's actually going to work. I'll go back to the Posts area, and there it is. Archives has been added. So that's option one. That is the Future Action option. It is available on the Quick Edit screen, as we saw, and also it's available inside each post. So in the right sidebar, there's going to be a Future Actions box where you can do the same thing. You have the same options as we saw in Quick Start, but you have them when you're editing the post. And there is one little trick that may come in handy for you. If you go to Future and Future Actions, you can decide to set a default. So this will happen automatically for all new posts. So I'm going to check the box, automatically create actions. We're going to have the taxonomy set to tags, and the default action is going to be to add extra tags, and we're going to add archives. And I can choose when this is going to be. So I'm going to type in plus 3 months, and this is going to compute exactly when that's going to happen if it happened today. So we have that set up as a default now. By default, we're going to automatically create an action for new posts, and the default action is going to be adding extra tags, and we're going to be adding the archives tag, and that's going to happen 3 months after the post is published. Let's see if it works. I'll go to the Posts area, add new post, I will publish this. And if I go back to the post screen, my new post is going to automatically add tags in exactly 3 months on September 26th, 2025. So this has worked exactly as planned. With the PublishPress Future plugin and the Future Actions feature, you have the option to schedule changes to your WordPress content. If you want to get more advanced, you can use the Action Workflows feature. And when you install PublishPress Future, there are a couple of examples set up already. This workflow here will unpublish your posts and change the category after 1 week. And this one here will add extra categories 1 month after publishing and also send you an email about it. Let's see how this works. So inside here, we have a workflow with various steps. To start off with, we can see when the post is saved. If we wanted to make this a little different, we could change this to when the post is specifically published. It's as simple as that, switching out one step for another. So when the post is published, there will then be a scheduled delay, and you can choose that delay in the right sidebar. We're using the same terminology as we saw a few moments ago with Future Actions. You can write this in normal English in here. In this case, we're just going to write 15 days. Or, if we wanted to follow our earlier example, we could change this to 3 months, just using normal English. The next step, you can move the post to a status. And in this case, the post is being moved to draft. So, given that we're archiving content, that's a nice little step, because after 3 months, when the post is considered old content, we can move the post to a draft status, and we can also add the new terms to the post. That's going to be the next step. In the right sidebar, we choose tags, and then we can select archives. So here's what's going to happen. When a post is published, that's going to start a 3-month countdown timer. After 3 months, we're going to move the post to draft status, and we're going to replace all the terms on the post and just have the archives tag. And then finally, for the last step, we're going to send an email. So we have my email address in there. We have a subject, and under here, there's a variety of shortcodes available. So I could say the name of the post was, and in the post after update, I can choose the title and I will get the shortcode. So the name of the post was, and this will automatically fill in the shortcode for me. So you can probably see why I described this workflow system as a little bit more advanced than the Future Action. With Future Action, we could say after 3 months, add this tag. With the Action Workflows, we have multiple ways, multiple steps that we can take after that delay, after 3 months. So after a post is published, we start the 3-month countdown, we move the post to draft status, we change the category or the tag as we wanted, and we also send an email saying that that's been done. Hit publish, and that workflow is ready to go. Okay, the name of this is a little different now. Let me change that quickly. Unpublish, add tag, and send email after 30 days. So that's the difference between these two options in PublishPress Future. Future Actions, you can decide one thing to do after a certain length of time. Action Workflows, you can set up more complex environments with more changes, more steps, more emails, more notifications. Depending on your situation, either of them will be useful for your site. Hopefully that answers the original question we had from the PublishPress customer. They wanted to schedule adding a category to a post after a certain length of time, but PublishPress Future can do a lot more than that. It really is the complete plugin for scheduling changes to your WordPress content, and there's a free version available on WordPress.org. You can head over there and grab the free copy for your WordPress site today.